Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Warriors Brandon Podziemski holds key in $67.5 million star trade, insider. Golden State Warriors second-year guard Brandon Podziemski holds the key in a potential Lauri Markkanen trade, The Athletic's Shams Charania revealed on Monday, July 15. I don't think the Jazz want to move Lauri Markkanen, but if the Golden State Warriors put in a Brandon Podziemski and from what I'm told, 3 first-round picks, 3 or 4 unprotected pick swaps, 3 or 4 second-round picks, Charania said on SiriusXM NBA radio. However, the Warriors have drawn the line on the sand. The Jazz, I'm told, are more focused on Brandon Podziemski than Jonathan Kuminga, Charania continued. His inclusion in the deal and all the picks the Warriors have. I think from the Warriors' perspective, the Jazz can have Podziemski but then not all of the picks, and if it's all the picks then there's not going to be Podziemski. And so this could be a back and forth, but both sides are kind of entrenched right now at where they're at, saying nothing is going to change. So only time will tell. Charania noted the Jazz are also comfortable in extending Markkanen, which they will be eligible to do beginning on August 6. At that point, you'll see more suitors potentially in Markkanen. Not just teams that feel like okay, we'll be able to resign him, Charania said. Markkanen is entering the final season of a bargain 4-year, $67.5 million contract. According to ESPN's NBA front office insider Bobby Marks, the Jazz are allowed to increase his $18 million salary up to $42.3 million and then extend for an additional $202 million over 4 seasons. They are also permitted to decrease the renegotiated salary up to 40% and then extend off that number. The Warriors are only limited to 2 unprotected first-round picks, 2025 and 2027 or 2026 and 2028, since they owe the Washington Wizards a top 20 protected first-round pick in 2030 in the Jordan Poole, Chris Paul trade. If the Jazz insists on getting 3 unprotected first-rounders, the Warriors have to rope in a third team to get an extra first-round pick. But then again, only Kuminga, outside of Stephen Curry, could command at least 1 first-round pick in the trade market. Warriors general manager Mike Dunleavy Jr. has his work cut out. The Warriors have pulled Podziemski and second-year center Tracy Jackson-Davis out of the NBA Summer League after they had seen enough, according to The Athletic's Anthony Slater. The decision came after Podziemski flirted with a triple-double, 21 points, 12 rebounds and 7 assists, in leading the Warriors to a 98-82 rout of the Chicago Bulls at Thomas and Mack Center on Sunday, July 14. Podziemski, the 19th overall pick of the 2023 NBA Draft, was too good for the competition as he shot 8 of 14 from the field, including 4 of 8 from the three-point distance. The Warriors are banking on Podziemski to make a leap in his second year, especially from the three-point line in the wake of Klay Thompson's departure. In terms of volume and accuracy, we need guys shooting the 3 more, Lauri Markkanen. That can be internal. Jackson-Davis was equally impressive, tallying a double-double. The 57th overall pick of the 2023 NBA Draft delivered 17 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists and 2 steals in a monster performance. Warriors signed Summer League standout Daquan Plowden to 2-way deal. The Warriors put together a strong Summer League team and found a gem in the process of a perfect 5-0 start. Daquan Plowden, the 6'6" wing who has impressed for the Summer Warriors, signed a 2-way contract with Golden State, this news organization confirmed Tuesday. ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski was the first to report the deal. Plowden's contract brings the Warriors to the maximum of 3 two-way players, Plowden, Pat Spencer and Reese Beekman. Two-way contracts in the summer are often fluid, so that situation is subject to change. Quinton Post, the center the Warriors drafted 52nd overall, has yet to play in Summer League as he ramps up from a minor leg injury and hasn't yet signed a contract, late second-rounders often sign two-way deals, although many have signed guaranteed long-term contracts that have cap benefits. Through 2 games in Vegas, Plowden is averaging 16.5 points on 54.5% shooting from the field and 62.5% from behind the arc. In a California Classic win over Miami, he dropped 26 points on 10 for 14 shooting, including 6 three-pointers. After Plowden dropped 19 in a win over the Summer Suns, head coach Anthony Vereen vouched for the versatile forward from Philadelphia. "He's showing that he should be in the NBA," Vereen said. "The way he plays so hard, aggressively, on both ends, he doesn't take a play off. It's a pleasure as a coach to watch him put himself in a better position." Asked after that game if he felt like he was on the cusp of an NBA deal, Plowden said he tries not to focus on that, instead prioritizing playing team basketball and staying within himself. Undrafted out of Bowling Green in 2022, the 25-year-old Plowden spent the past 2 years in the G League, first with the Pelicans affiliate and then in the Magic system. The Warriors' spacing and ball movement style fit Plowden's game. He's more of a play finisher than initiator, but has shown some verve off the bounce. He has been dynamic in transition and lethal as a catch-and-shoot gunner, making decisions without hesitation. Organizational depth at the wing is one of the Warriors' strong suits right now. As the roster stands, Golden State has Andrew Wiggins, Jonathan Kuminga, Buddy Hield, Kyle Anderson, Gary Payton II, Moses Moody, Lindy Waters III, and now Plowden as combo forwards. Golden State Warriors, it's not Jonathan Kuminga who Jazz want in potential Lauri Markkanen trade. Despite the Golden State Warriors being heavily linked to a blockbuster trade deal with the Utah Jazz for all-star big man Lauri Markkanen, there appears to be no real progress on what could be a landscape-shifting move for both sides. Jonathan Kuminga has been the name that has been dragged as the rumored centerpiece of Golden State's trade package, which apparently could be the primary reason behind the holdup. As it turns out, the Jazz appear to have their eyes set on a different Warriors player. According to NBA insider Shams Charania of The Athletic, the two teams have continued conversations on a potential trade deal. Shams then reported that while Utah is not exactly against taking Kuminga as part of the deal, the Jazz seem more interested in Brandon Podziemski. "The Jazz are more focused on Brandon Podziemski," Shams said. Charania also added that the Jazz could be looking for 3 first-round picks on top of the incoming second-year shooting guard, which is likely why the Warriors have refused to give in. The report also indicates, however, that both sides are entrenched with regard to finding a way to make this deal work, so it feels like it's just a matter of finding common ground for the Warriors and the Jazz. Whether the Warriors are willing to include Podziemski in a potential deal, though, remains to be seen. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Lauri Markkanen? Leave your opinion in the comments.